Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. um so this evening I'm preparing Banku and Okro stew, and I decided to take you along. So I've already started the process, but I think I could take you along and show you how this is done, especially if you are a Ghanaian abroad who doesn't know how to do this, or you are a Ghanaian who wants to know the way I do mine. Yeah, so that is it. Let me know where you are watching from, and also tell me the dynamics you use to prepare your own banku and okra stew or okra soup. So currently, I already have my okra almost ready. Yes, as you can see, and I am checking it for its softness, and I think it is quite soft to my desire. But just to get the volume I want, I'm adding spinach. Yes, spinach. This is frozen, and if you are abroad, you can use spinach. If you're in Ghana, you can use kontomire or ademe or ayoyo. Any of them could serve the same purpose. But if you are abroad, the spinach would help you. I've tried it once and it came out so beautifully. It was as perfect as I wanted it to be. So yeah, so I've added my spinach. I think I would want to add more of it because my okra is not enough for today. And yeah, so this is another one. That's the spinach I'm using. I'll add some to the okra I'm boiling. I think I made a mistake. I should have brought this out from the freezer for some time, but I delayed, so it's still frozen. Now I'm still talking about the spinach. I've already put some inside, but it's I want more. Yeah. So take note that the sliminess of your okra depends on different factors. Yes, that's from my own observation. So I realized that though personally I don't really mind about sliminess. Yeah, for me it's okay. But some people want it very slimy. So I realized that if you want your okra very slimy, you have to reduce the amount of tomatoes you put in it. Because if the tomatoes are a lot or the quantity is quite much, I realized it cuts off the slimy nature. Yeah, so that is it. So that is what I'm doing now. And as you can see, you can use any meat of your choice, but for today I'm using, last week I used chicken, but today I'm using beef. That's cow meat. Okay, and try and let your meat be soft as possible. This is very soft. This is very soft, as you can see. I can already cut it with my hands, so it's very soft. That would help you not to let your okra keep so long on fire, because I don't think who is asking me to look at the camera? Today I decided not to do camera today, but hi anyways, hello. Yeah, so my okra is almost ready. I think it's even ready, but I just added some spinach to it, and let's see, I want the spinach to just mix properly with it. My meat is also ready, and whilst I'm doing this on the side, I would want to also work on my corn dough and cassava dough mixture for my banku. Yeah, for my banku. Please, if you are new to my channel, please um do well to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So as I mentioned, I'm doing banku and okra stew for supper, and I already started the process, but I felt I should bring you along. So my meat is ready, my okra is ready, and I'll start with the okra stew alongside also working on my banku mixture. Yeah, so I'll be doing everything concurrently. So please don't leave. Just stick and there will be something to learn. Yeah. So I have my corn dough and cassava dough. Now this is my cassava dough. This is my corn dough. And usually you want to use one portion of cassava dough, 2 portions of corn dough. Some people would want to do 50-50. Yeah, but that is, I think, your choice or your preference. Yeah, but today I would want to do 1 portion of cassava dough, 2 portions of corn dough. So I'm going to do a very smooth mixture and put it on the fire and you will see. So I will start with making a paste out of this, like the corn dough and the cassava dough. Also on the side, I would start my okra stew. Everything is ready and I have all my mixtures ready. I mean, I've prepped almost everything. So my meat is ready, like I mentioned. Yeah, it's quite a lot, but this is my cow meat. My okra is also ready. I added some spinach to it. If you are Ghanaian, you can add kontomire, ademe, ayoyo to it, to your mixture. I mean to your okra. So I am adding spinach. I added spinach today. I think I want to add more spinach, so I would you start by adding some oil, and I'm using palm oil. Yes, the palm oil, not cooking oil. I prefer palm oil. So this is proper zomi from Ghana. Yeah, I'm adding palm oil. I'm using palm oil. Some people also would want to use cooking oil, but personally, I prefer my okra with palm oil and not the cooking oil. So you put a good amount of the palm oil in your saucepan, and you can continue with onion, but what I've done is that I've blended my mixtures already. I've already done my blending. So in this mixture, I have onion, I have ginger, I have garlic, I have 1 tomato, just one. Like I mentioned, I have noticed that if you use a lot of tomatoes, it cuts off the sliminess of your okra. So I've decided to use just 1 tomato for this meal. Some people can even decide not to use any tomatoes at all and it will still come out well. And also note that the taste of your okra stew is highly, or to a large extent, dependent on your base. So if you are doing okra stew, the stew should be nice. If you are doing okra soup, the soup should be nice. That's the base that you'll be adding the okra to, should be very delicious. If not, it may not go well. So like I said, I have onion, ginger, garlic, I have tomatoes and this, and I even added some shrimp to this, and because I want to get this natural Ghanaian taste. Because in Ghana we add this salted fish. You can add momone or kobe to your oil to give it that nice flavor, but my current taste, I don't have that. So I added some shrimp to this mixture to give me a nice taste. So I'll add this to it now. I've put the mixture into this and I'll give it a good stir. I'll give it a good stir. I'll give it a good stir. And allow it to boil for some time. Mm, don't forget I mentioned that the taste of your okra is highly dependent on the stew or the soup. That's the base that you'll be adding the okra to. So at all costs, you have to try your best to let this come out so well. Yeah, you have to really try your best to let this come out so well. Because if not, you may not get a good taste. I'm working on my mixture at the moment and I'll let you see how it will come out, okay? So this is the cassava dough. That's the cassava dough. I'll be adding some water and I'm going to form a paste. Oh, is it a paste? No, a mixture. Because it should be quite watery enough. So my sieve is also ready because I have to sieve the cassava dough. As most of the times the cassavas are not, the cassava doughs don't come out so smoothly. So to avoid having strands of cassava in your banku, you want to sieve it, get a smooth mixture. That would help you to also prevent lumps to a large extent. I'm working on my paste. As you can see. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing, right? Use your hands. Make sure you wash your hands so that it's as clean as possible. You don't want to put any impurities in your banku. As much as you want to enjoy, you also want to enjoy in a healthy manner. Yeah, so I'm getting my paste done. Why do I keep on saying paste? My mixture. Yeah, because it's not a paste. This is my cassava dough. And I'll pour it into the sieve and I'm sieving it, as you can see. I think I'll need more of this cassava. Oh. I'm still working on my mixture. I'm working on my mixture, making sure that it's smooth enough before pouring it in the sieve. That is my cassava dough. You pour it in the sieve and you sieve it. So you can see, this is my cassava dough. And hi, where are you watching from, please? Can you please let me know where you're watching from? And kindly consider subscribing to my channel. Like I mentioned, make sure that your hands are very clean so that you don't carry impurities into your food. So when doing this mixture, you have to wash your hands very well. That's very necessary. As you can see as well, my okro, the base is also coming out beautifully. So I'm doing that to ensure that the stew is ready and properly prepared, so that I get a very tasty okra stew. Like I said earlier, the taste of your okra is highly dependent on the base. That is the stew. If you are doing okra stew, the stew should be very tasty. If you are doing okra soup, the soup should be tasty. If it's not tasty, you pour your okra inside and you don't get a very good taste, or you don't get a good outcome. So don't forget to put in more effort into preparing a very tasteful base. Yeah, it's very important. Very, very, very important. So I'm adding my corn dough to the cassava dough mixture. So I used 1 kilogram of corn dough. It's 1 kilogram and 0.5 kg of cassava dough. Like I mentioned, most of the times we prefer using 1 portion of cassava dough, 2 portions of corn dough. Unless you like a lot of cassava dough, then maybe you can do 50-50. That is the same portion. If not, are you asking if I can have courage to show my face to the camera? Of course, yes. I always do. Check my channel, I have videos there. in their sit down videos. So of course, I have courage to show my face on the camera. Just that today, I'm just not feeling it, I guess. So, and also today, my major importance or major priority is to teach the process and not necessarily showing my face. So don't forget, I started with the corn dough, the cassava dough mixture, and I've incorporated the corn dough. And this time I'm just trying to make sure that it mixes very well. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. See, whilst you are doing it, you realize there are still lumps in the mixture. You need to try your best to crush every lump, because if there are lumps, oh, should I say lumps or not? Lumps, okay. I guess you understand what I mean. If there are lumps in the mixture, it will make you get knots in your banku, and you want to avoid knots in your banku as much as possible. So the best thing is to make sure that the mixture is very smooth as possible, so that when you begin your stir, you don't have issues. Okay, so I'm going to put on the my stove. I'm going to put it on heat, at least medium heat, and stir consistently. If you're absent-minded in your stirring or you ignore it for a long time, you are going to find your banku having a whole lot of knots, and I don't think you want knots in your banku. So at this point, I'm going to add my meat. So you can use meat, you can use fish, any meat of your choice, any fish of your choice for your okro. I mentioned today I'm using cow meat. I'm using cow meat. So I'm putting my meat. My meat is very soft and tender, just like I like it. Don't forget that because of the nature of the okra, if your meat is not so soft or is not soft at a very large extent, and you put it in the base of your okra with the aim that, oh, it's going to be soft when I add the okra to it. Well, from my own observation, it usually doesn't work as expected. So it's better you try your best that your meat will be as soft as possible before you I need my stock as well. So just paying attention to my okra, I also need to pay attention to my banku. So after doing your mixture, your corn and cassava dough mixture, add a good amount of salt to give your banku a good taste. So this is how far our base has come. Make sure you taste this. I'm using cow meat. You can use any meat of your choice. Make sure you taste this. Make sure it has enough of salt and whatever spice you want to use. I'm not a fan of not artificial spices. I prefer natural ones. So that is it. That is it for now. So like I said, I'm also working on my banku on the side. So, like I mentioned earlier, you need to be consistently stirring, stirring, and stirring. When you realize that it's becoming lumpy, you bring the lumps to the wall of the saucepan to make sure that you don't get a banku full of knots. So at this point, I've gotten the dessert taste I want for my stew. That's my base. It's looking so good and it's tasting so good as well. So I'll go ahead to pour my okra into it. So if you notice, the sliminess of my okra has decreased, but I still have some sliminess. Like I mentioned, personally, I don't really mind about sliminess, so I'm okay. But I still have some level of sliminess. Yeah. Whew, this is looking so good. I mean, yeah. Mm. So I've decided to add some fish powder to my okra, and that's just by preference. Yeah, just to give it a nice flavor and a nice taste. It's my own preference. You can decide to do so or decide not to do it, and it's totally fine. So if you finish the okra and you feel the oil is too much, you can decide to scoop some from the surface, and that's also okay. But when everything is ready and I feel it's too oily, all the oil is seem a lot inside. When you are fetching, you realize that it's just normal. Yeah, I mean it seem a lot on the surface, but when you are fetching your soup, you realize that it's normal. Yeah. Like I mentioned, as your mixture is becoming lumpy, see the lumps, as it's becoming lumpy, use the your wooden spatula to crush the lump against the wall of the saucepan. You can stir to any direction and it wouldn't spoil anything. Don't just stir to the direction you want. While doing it, be targeting the lumps in the mixture, crush them against the wall of the saucepan because you want your banku to be devoid of knots as much as possible. My okra is ready now, and I'll want to put on the stove and cover it. Mm. So preparing banku requires energy, trust me. So as the mixture is becoming thick, you need to increase the energy you are using to stir. Oof. So personally, I prefer preparing banku the local way to this way because when you are doing it on the burner or on the gas stove, you have to use one hand, and the kind of energy banku requires One hand is not that funny. I prefer using my two hands with my coal pots, supporting it with your metal iron. Prefer that one than this way. Although this is more it's not simpler, I don't even call it simpler. I guess say the modernized way of doing it. But the local way, you use your two hands and you're good to go. I'm already tired, I won't lie. Oh. Do you have an easy way of preparing your banku? Let me know. I know of late people use the swallow maker a lot to do it. That's if you have a swallow maker. But I haven't tried that before because I don't have a swallow maker though. But I don't know how it works. But I know that people use a swallow maker to do banku as well, or anything that is swallowed. It's anything that is swallowed, like kokonte, like fufu, and all that stuff. Like I mentioned, this is the part of banku that I don't like. The energy it requires. You would enjoy the food, but the energy you are going to the energy you are going to invest into it is no small joke. It's no joke at all. That's my only problem. Aside that, we're good to go. The energy, the energy, the energy. Now we are on course. We are on course. We are on course. As you can see, yeah, we are on course. We are on course, but we still have a long way to go. I won't lie. Don't forget to be crushing the lumps or the knots you encounter on the walls of the saucepan to reduce knots in your banku as much as possible. So I have my foam in the water here. So periodically, I use it to wipe the edges of my saucepan. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the banku. I want a lot of heat to go into it as much as possible. So I'll cover it to let the steam cook it for me to some extent. Then I'll open it again and continue my preparation. Yeah, I'm on it, right? So currently I've covered my banku, but it will still be on fire because I want the steam to cook it for me. Whilst I'm waiting for that, I'll be cleaning my burner because the truth is banku can really make your surfaces dirty. That's the truth. Banku can really make your surfaces so dirty. Like I mentioned, I've covered the banku and I want the steam to cook it to some extent before I continue with the stirring. So that's what I'm doing now. Why I've opened it. Yeah, if you can see, you see that this part is browner than the surface. Yeah, so that is showing you the part that is more ready. So sometimes if you realize the banku is hard, you need to add some water and cover it again and let it boil. As the water also boils it, it also helps to make it ready and make it well cooked. So I would go ahead and add some water and cover it again. Now when you add water, try to use your wooden ladle or wooden spatula to make space close to the walls of the saucepan, that the water can just go down. Yeah, if you just pour the water on the surface, the water will just be on the surface of the banku and it wouldn't go down. But if you use your wooden spatula to make space behind the banku, see, so there's space behind the spatula, there's space between the spatula and the walls of the saucepan. When the water goes down there, you realize that when it begins to boil, those beneath are boiling, those at the top are also boiling. You leave the water at the top, that's not so good. Yeah. think I'm getting the desired color. Okay, if your banku looks so whitish in color, just know that it's not ready, or it's not well cooked. So try your best to cover it, add some water. That is, if it's hard, cover it and let it boil. Okay, so that the steam would help you to get a very well cooked banku. You don't want to have banku that has a very white surface, not cooked, tasting so raw, and end up getting a runny stomach. So this is it. This is it. This is it. My banku is getting ready gradually. Ooh. Oh la la. I'm tired though, I won't even lie. Yeah, I'm getting my banku ready. Hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to cover it for the last time, very last time. Once more steam, and the next time I'm opening it, then it means it is done. Can you see? So beautiful. I'm going to cover it and give it some time. Give it ample time. Ample time. I want more steam. You see, the thing is that if you don't let your banku cook very well and allow the steam to go into it to make it very well cooked, it won't be able to last for long. So if you want to prepare that kind of banku that can take a very long time or have a long shelf life, let me put it that way, then you have to make sure that it is very well cooked. Okay, make sure that a lot of steam goes into it so that it comes out well cooked. Then you realize that that banku can even stay as long as 3 weeks, 1 month, or even more, depending on how well cooked it is. Yeah, so if you are the type who prepares your banku bulk and you use some time to consume it, it's very necessary that you ensure it is well cooked. If it's well cooked, you are assured of a longer shelf life. If it's not well cooked, it will surprise you to know that by 1 week, the banku is already getting spoiled, and you'll be wondering why. It's because it's not well cooked. Yeah, as simple as that. As simple as that. Can you hear that sound? Yeah, this is ready. Okay, it's ready. The Banku is ready, ready. The Banku is ready. So I'm going to start putting it in the wrapper. So I'll be packaging it. I don't even know how to call that term, but I'll be wrapping it. Yeah, in the wrappers and storing it. As you can see.